Hi everyone, this is Joseph from English with Joseph. One of the most regular questions that I'm asked is concerning the reduction of accents. Accent reduction. This is something which proves difficult for non-native speakers for a variety of reasons, for many different reasons. One reason is because if you speak like a robot, like this, my name is Joseph, you don't really connect with the person that you're speaking with. And also, if another person is speaking very fast, without the spaces, hello, my name's Joseph, then it's hard to understand what they say. And some people also are very aware that they sound different or strange from other people. I wanted to show you a few tips and tricks today on how to improve your accents. But before I do that, I also need to explain two other points. It's not really about improving your English accent because words in English make up for around 50 to 60% of the way someone communicates with you. Let me give you an example. If you say, "How are you?" and my reply is, "I'm okay," well, the word tells you that I'm okay. The word is a positive word, but my breath, my pitch, my tone really tells you that I'm not okay. My point is that no matter how much vocabulary you learn, you're not really going to be able to communicate effectively with a native speaker until you're able to use vocabulary with pitch and tone. That's point number one. Point number two is something similar, and that is that you can't really use vocabulary by joining words together unless you use something which is called linking and blending. Let me give you an example, first of all, of the first thing I was talking about, pitch and tone. Hello, my name is Joseph, okay? Or I could say, yeah, my name's Joseph. The second example would show you that I'm very unhappy, okay? Now over to my next point about linking and blending. If I say my name is Joseph, well, I sound like a robot. I sound like a voice activated system from the internet, like a program you've just downloaded. But if I say my name is Joseph, then you can hear that the spaces have been taken away. Not only have the spaces been taken away, but I'm talking with pitch and tone, the same as my first example, but something else also. And that something else is that I've amalgamated the words together. I've joined them. Okay, let me give you an example. This month. This month is two different words. This space month. This month. Okay. But what if I was to take the last letter of this and join it to the first letter of the next word? That would become the space smonth. Now remember, I'm not really moving anything. I'm not really changing words here. I'm changing sounds. I'm changing sounds, okay? So this month becomes the smonth, the smonth, the smonth. It flows. And this is what native speakers do. We use linking and blending, and it's not something we ever learn how to do. It's something we learn from our parents. This time, the next time you read something in English, I'd like you to see what letters or what sounds you could move between words. What about the dog? The dog. Do you think you could do anything with that? I don't think you could, to be honest, but what about the dog goes for a walk? The dog goes for a walk. Does it sound okay? Well, no, I don't think it does. So my point here is, you can't do this with everything. You can't do it with everything. But you can do it with vowel sounds. The orange. The orange. The orange was very tasty. The orange was very tasty. That's another example. But my favourite ones are when vowels meet consonants. Let's look at some more examples. What about if I was saying, well, if I do that, things will change. If I do that, things will change. What if I move the if sound to the next I, so it becomes space f? How would that sound? Let's see. If I, rather than if space I, if I do that, things will be different. Again, I would like you to, the next time you're reading anything in English, see how you could play with the sounds and see if it works. This is something we do naturally, and I would like you to practice this. Another thing which I'm very much in favour of is the shadow method. The shadow method really is exactly what we're talking about now: pitch and tone, linking and blending, which are two advanced subjects of English grammar, but it's practical. What you do is you listen to someone speak and you repeat them. Now, I've given you other examples and other video clips on this site, and there's many different opinions about the shadow method in English, about what you should do and how you should do it. But my point is, I want you to discover a new sound today. Your accent isn't going to change just by listening and repeating. You have to physically change the way you speak. To physically change the way you speak is not a particularly easy thing to do. So today and every day, I want you to discover a new sound in English. Let's start with today. What about the O sound? O. O. Sound. Radio. Born. If you can just take that sound, just that sound, and move forward and change the way you use the letter O, then you've done something wonderful today. If you can do that every day, especially with the vowels, then you'll be making wonderful progress in your accent reduction, and you'll be making that progress very quickly. Okay? So, you have a choice here. 1. Pitch and tone. Compare, for example, my name is Joseph to my name is Joseph. Imagine it's like a piece of music. What piece of music would fit bad news? For example, 3 people were killed today in an accident. What key is that? Well, it sounds a little bit like B flat, doesn't it? I want you to start comparing the voice to music. I also want you to start listening to how English people use words, how we bend words to give you what we really mean. For example, how are you? Oh, I'm okay. Well, the word okay is a positive word, but I'm using it there in a negative sense. That's my second point. Finally, my last point was this issue of linking and blending. Remember, you can take the sound of one word and add it on to the next to get a smoother transition, as I was talking about earlier with this month, rather than this month. You can change the spaces to make things sound more fluent, and I want you to begin listening to native speakers to see exactly how they do that. And finally, my last point. My last point was that your accent isn't going to change just by repeating words. Your accent will only change as you change sounds. So I challenge you today to take one sound, let's say the letter O, and introduce that into your vocabulary. If you're not sure what it should sound like, all you have to do is listen to an English podcast, broadcast, and try and use it. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.